Time for a look around the home of a curious creature now. It's called the Perry Fenwick.
Yeah, now the Perry Fenwick is often referred to as a Billy Mitchell, a native Eastender who never really flew far from the nest.
My name's Perry Fenwick and I'm going back to the street where I grew up, Ripley Road, East London. Here we are, my old manor. We used to play football and every time you scored a goal, you'd hit them gates, rattle them. And it used to annoy a bloke who lived in that flat there, who I bumped into about 30 years later in Walford, an actor called Billy Murray who played Johnny Allen in the show. And I reminded him of it a couple of years back and he said, "Oh, it was you little so-and-so." This is it. I think this was our old house. Looks pretty much the same. Didn't have double glazing. It's a bit posh. The street ain't changed that much at all. 1975, May. Big day for the residents of Ripley Road. West Ham won the FA Cup and we had a massive street party here. I remember all the adults getting drunk and all the kids singing I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles. Fantastic days, really. P-E-L. Pell. That's what everyone calls me, so that must have been done about 1970, so I must have been about that big. This is a hallway, or passage as we used to call it. This was Mum and Dad's bedroom. It's tiny and this was like our master bedroom, as it were. We only had two, but this was like, I always think in my mind's eye, this was the big room. Just unbelievable. And I remember that window, and the old rent man would come round, knocking on the window. Me and my mum and my sister hitting the dirt underneath there, because we couldn't afford it that week, so we'd have to dodge him for a week or so. My mum used to work as a chambermaid, and my dad was a welder. You know, they worked really hard to keep us. We definitely weren't well off. But as a kid, you just have what you're born with, you get on with. But this used to be our bedroom. This was me, Sister Trace, my brother Farron. At Christmas, my nan and granddad used to come and stay here as well. And they used to sleep in this room with us. And he used to snore really loudly. And I think one day I went out to all the kids on the street and charged them a penny to come and see me granddad Bill snoring. When my mum was pregnant with me, there was a toss-up with my name at the time. It was either going to be Elvis, Dwayne or Perry, all after well-known singers at the time. And my granddad Bill, he offered her money to call me Billy after him. She went, no, I'm not calling him that, that's an old man's name. Then, well, maybe 14 years ago, I landed a part of Billy Mitchell in Eastenders, and now wherever I go, everyone calls me Billy. So he kind of got his own way in the end, did old Bill, and he didn't have to lay out any money. So, God rest him. Blimey. Lots of memories screaming at me down here. Here was our outside convenience, and I used to have a tin bath hanging on the door of it. And every Sunday night the tin bath would come into the kitchen and we'd boil up the kettle. Sounding like I've come from Dickensian London here. And it's not, and I'm not actually trying to make it sound like, oh, we were poor but happy, but yeah, humble beginnings, eh? Not that I'd ever get posh. You'll never get me playing Hamlet. West Hamlet, maybe. But I love the fact that I was born around here. I love the fact that I am a real Eastender.
You haven't looked at me that way in years, but I'm still here.
Oh, that's one of my favourite ones.